Hi everyone, how are you all doing? So as we power through August here, today I'm just going to look at the second full moon of August, which is coming up soon. As you know, there's been two full moons this month, or well, there will be two full moons, making the second one a blue moon, which is quite a rarity. But if you also think the pull that the moons have on our planetary waters, the tides, having two in one calendar month is going to be a bit of an extra pull on us and the planet as a whole. But especially as it's again a supermoon, so it's going to be as close to the Earth as it can get and as big and bright. So especially for women, and that, well, biological, dare I say it, biological women who would cycle with the moon. They're on a 28-day cycle, so very much in tune with the moon. That's not to say that others aren't in tune with the moon also, but certainly biologically there's a big connection there. So what does that mean for us? Well, I guess it means whatever way the moon affects us, and I mean, it affects everyone differently. Some people it's positive, some people it's negative. Whatever's there, the moon tends to magnify that. It makes things rise and swell. So however you're feeling normally at the moon, the super moon, the blue moon, whatever, will just kind of intensify that. So I suppose the thing is to look at how you're feeling at the full moon, and perhaps if it's a positive experience, then how do you capitalize on that? Is there things we can do to capitalize on it? People do full moon rituals, they meditate, they gather in circle, they charge up crystals, they maybe go for a walk, have a bath, spend time in nature, whatever you feel called to do at that time that you think will benefit you. And do it. It's an opportunity to connect to our own inner divine, for self-inquiry, to be still. If you do go in nature or you meditate or whatever, it's a call to just be quiet, be still, and look within, and make that connection, and maybe learn a little bit more about your cycles, how they affect you, what they're teaching you, and just, I think, become more aware of your body's own rhythms. And even look at what messages come up for you at that time of the month. Be it a thought, a fleeting image, a feeling, memory, trust in those messages. It's about trusting in what we get, trusting in ourselves, trusting in our own inner knowledge that we have the answers that we seek, and that they're all within, and that we don't always have to look outside ourselves. Very rarely do we have to look outside ourselves. or to other people for our answers. Obviously, unless it's a topic that you know nothing about, like, we need to go to the doctor and the dentist, and, if you're wanting to decorate your house, you might go and see a designer or a painter or whatever. But for a lot of stuff, personal stuff, growth, development, these are things that you will have the answers to yourself. So it's just about trusting more and developing that relationship with yourself. And that's perhaps something that you can do at certain phases of the moon, be it a new moon or a full moon. Use it as a time for self-growth. Is there a time of the month, perhaps at the new moon, where you shed, you clear out, you clear your space, and then the full moon, you focus on what you're wanting to bring in, you charge yourself up, you get ready for the next calendar month, that next cycle, because everything is in cycles, as the moon teaches us. Be it the moon cycles, the earth cycles, the daily spinning of the planet, or sleep cycles. So that is kind of what messages came through for this moon, this full moon coming up, and certainly, perhaps even for the next calendar month until the next full moon. It's like this next period ahead. So you're looking at the energies for the month of September, really. This is the theme. And the full moon is also in Pisces, which, as you know, is a very watery, dreamy sign. They're hopeless romantics, very in tune with their emotions. This is about dreams, desires, and also intuition. Pisceans are very intuitive signs. So again, there's that focus on your own intuition, your own inner guidance, and connecting to that. So yes, it's thinking about what it is that you want. What are your dreams and desires, and going for it. And we also have the celestial card here, which is, we've got the triple spiral. And the spiral is about energy, the turning of energy, momentum, the carrying on of things, that never ending, just keeping turning, keeping going. And this is about looking perhaps at yourself, how you can keep going, how you can keep doing another turn of the circle. What is your momentum? What drives you? Do you have something that drives you, and is it sustainable? This is about sustainability. Have you found something that charges you up? Have you found something that fills your cup? And if not, maybe it's time to seek that out. And if you've maybe exhausted all the ways that you normally do that, look for new ways. For everyone, it's different. Some people charge up with the sun, the moon, the stars. When we put our crystals out to get charged with these, celestial bodies, we can also charge ourselves up. We are lunar solar beings, and you can tell by when you go on holiday, you spend a week on a beach or in the sunshine, and you come home and you just feel so charged up, so replenished. I even feel that way just from a day at the beach, just being in the water and in the sand and walking barefoot in the earth. It's about being in the elements. For me, the elements restore, replenish, recharge me. I love being in the sea. I love being in nature. I love walking through a forest. You know, these things really fill my cup. And perhaps you need to look for that for yourself. You know, do you need to be in the elements more? Do you need to be in nature more? Do you have to connect with nature more? These are the things that are more sustainable. There's lots of things that will give you a quick fix, but as you know, you're up and then you're down again, and then you need another fix, and it's not sustainable. Whereas the sun, the moon, the earth, Mother Nature is sustainable. This is something that's all around you. It's free and it's in abundance. You know, Mother Nature is a perfect way to fill up your cup. And it's not just about being in nature, it's about connecting to nature and realizing that we are nature. We are the planet, we are the water, we are the leaves in the trees. You know, we are the oceans. And when you find that connection, when you make that connection with her and realize that you're not separate, oh boy, will your cup fill up. It's just the biggest high you will ever get, you will ever know. It's different, but it's amazing and it's natural. So you're being invited to up level, you know, to connect with Mother Nature and to know what it is to be a human being and all that entails, because so many of us don't know what it is to be really human. We know of certain aspects, you know, through the senses, what it's like to be hot, be cold, be hungry, listen to music, be moved by music, you know, laughter. There's so many things to experience in the physical body. But there's so much more. And I think we're at a time now when people are wanting to find that other stuff, the more, the expanded awareness, consciousness, you know, meditation, yoga, you know, people are just trying, they're finding all these other things that help to bring a more expanded awareness into their lives. And this is what we're being invited to do at this time, to really know yourself. I could talk about it all day, but I won't. I'll go into it another day at more in more depth. We're also being asked to look at things from a different perspective. You know, if you're finding that your life's quite limited, or that you keep thinking the same thoughts, or you keep coming to the same conclusions about things, or you're not coming to any conclusions and you're just kind of, I don't know, at a stalemate, or even bored with your life, you've been asked to kind of take a step back and look at your life from a different perspective, you know, from a higher view, look at the bigger picture, look at it through someone else's eyes, look at it through a stranger's eyes, an outsider, someone who's not in your life. You know, there's that old saying, can't see the wood for the trees, you know, and sometimes when you're in a situation, you can be in it for so long that you can't see past it, you can't see your way out of it, and also whenever we are in the frequency of problems, right, that's a particular frequency, and then when you're in the frequency of solutions, that's another frequency. So if you're sitting in the problem you can't find a solution because it's a different frequency. You know, you can't get from one to the other. So sometimes you have to kind of step back, change your frequency, even if it's just become neutral, not think anything. Go for a walk, listen to music, bake a cake, just do something else to neutralize that energy, that frequency. And in doing so, you can invite in a different energy that might be the energy of the solution. So we just have to look at our lives and situations in a different way. So that we can find the answers that we seek. So it's all about changing things, changing the way that we connect with ourselves, with our environment, with each other, the way that we look at things, the way that we replenish ourselves, just everything's changing. We have to do it differently from how we did it before. The things that we used before aren't working anymore. We need new tools, new ways of thinking and living and being and connecting. But these are ways that are, what's the word I'm looking for? They're just to help us to kind of up level. We're just going to be at a higher frequency. They're going to be more advanced tools, I guess, for want of a better word, but not necessarily even tools or things that are more complicated. It's going to be simpler things, less things that are external of ourselves. It's going to be more just connecting. So not necessarily a tool, we're going to be the tool. So it's about connecting with ourselves and connecting within. Yeah, I think we are the tools. We're going to be the new tools, and it's about realizing all that we're capable of. Yeah, and I've lifted a couple of crystals here just for also a representation of the energy. And I have Moonstone, which is very apt because that's about cycles, the moon. It's about tapping into those cycles. I've also got Jasper and Mookaite, and these are about grounding, centering, connecting to the earth. And I have Amethyst, which is also about cleaning up your energy and staying out of that low frequency negative energy and being up in a more positive energy, you know, just kind of protecting your energy, putting yourself in a nice little bubble of pink or blue or white energy, whatever it is, if you need to do that in the morning before you commence your day, or even before you leave the house, you know, as when you're laying in bed in the morning, just sort of do that for yourself, and keep yourself in that nice little pocket of energy as you go about your day. So it's being more mindful of the thoughts that you're thinking, the company that you keep, the energy that you're letting yourself get into, you know, just be more mindful of how you're feeling and how you're thinking and throughout the day. Yeah. I think that's the final message. So that is your read for this second full moon of August 2023 and for the month after that of September. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you do, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.